me Sandhu, aka the Tank. So today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic and a very important one in fact. So whenever you are in a gym and आपको workout selection करनी होती है कि मैं कौन सा workout लगाऊं, you know that whether I want to start my biceps. Let's say let's talk about biceps. You want to start with a barbell curl or a preacher curl or a cable ground pulley or a high pulley. So how you should be selecting each exercises? I have come up with a certain parameters. On those parameters, I usually select my movement for that particular body part, and those parameters would be something like that. I have jotted it down on a whiteboard. So I would very staunchly advise you to be watching this video very mindfully, because मेरे जितने भी videos रहेंगे, when I will be talking about the movements, I will be addressing to this particular video a lot, because unless you are very clear in your mind and we are both on the same page, why and how I have selected certain movements over others, why I have been biased over certain movements over others, why I prioritize certain movements over others. So I will be very deeply explaining you in this video. So number one would be the alignment. Alignment means that, let us say that I'm doing a bicep curl. So whenever I'm doing a bicep curl, I would want my dumbbell or the barbell or whatever the load that I'm holding on to, that load should always be directly in the same plane of the joint that I'm working out. In this case, it would be your elbow joint. So if my elbow joint is directly, over the load, the force vector, which is, it could be a dumbbell, it could be a barbell. So that is a very important point. That is not just important to, induce more hypertrophy. That is also very important for your joint health. So over the time, हमने बहुत बारी हमने सुना होगा कि सर मेरे को golf elbow हो गया, tennis elbow हो गया, मेरे ये दुखता है, वो दुखता है. So basically, the joints do not get hurt by doing very compound, heavy compound movements. Actually, it is just these subtle things that you are not aligned with your, the weight, and that is how you over the years start to develop, problem in your joints. So alignment is very important for two things. Again, I'll repeat: one is your joint health, for the longevity of your joint health. And number two is, of course, you will be able to place more brunt on that targeted muscle. Number two would be pivoting or bracing. So when I say pivoting, it is very important for any body part, whenever you are doing, that nothing else should move, and that you can also get most leverage out of that, effort that you are putting in. So by saying that, I mean, let's say that we are doing a cable cross, right? So if we are doing a cable cross, a high pulley, people do it like this, but whilst they are doing it, they are also, moving to and fro. वो आगे पीछे इतना move कर लेते हैं that there are so many things which are moving. So apart from just the pectoral, which should be actually doing the work, there are many other body parts, many other things. The momentum created that is also, being incorporated to do that particular movement, which of course, takes off so much brunt out of your chest, and you won't be able to target the chest muscle that much. So for that, in this particular case, I would rather have a person lay on a inclined bench. So his chest is supported. Now he is absolutely pivoted. He is braced. So bracing होगी है, pivoting होगी है. Now he is in a cement kind of a position that nothing else is moving. Now, of course, he might not be able to push a lot of weight, but whatever the weight he is pushing, it is done through his pectoral muscles, and that is how you prioritize the targeted muscle over any other muscle. So again, it's a very important point. Number three is progressive overload. So progressive overload, आपने जितनी भी researches आप देख लो, जितने भी best coaches around the world देख लो, it is a very important aspect for hypertrophy. Progressive overload का मतलब होता है that you are able to place more brunt on the targeted muscle. That could be in many ways. Number one, it could be you keep increasing the weight because muscle growth तभी होएगी if the muscle needs to do something extraordinary every time. Then you need to give your body a reason to grow. आपको अपनी बॉडी को ग्रो करने के लिए कोई रीजन होना चाहिए. ऐसे बॉडी कहेगा मेरे को और बड़ा डॉलर क्या करना है. There is no need. अगर आप 15 किलो से उठा रहे हो पिछले 10 साल से तो वो बाइसेप बड़ा क्यों होएगा. बाइसेप बड़ा होएगा जब उसको 16 किलो उठाना पड़ेगा. Then the body, the brain would tell the body that भाई साहब वेट बढ़ गया है, अब हमको और बड़ा होना पड़ेगा क्योंकि काम ज्यादा है. We need to have 2 more people to do the work. So in that case, in a way that the bicep has to grow, it has to get strengthened, and it has to hypertroph, balloon up. So hypertrophy के लिए progressive overload is very important. Now progressive overload can be by increasing the weight in due course of time. Keep adding weight. But of course, there is only a limit that you can go to, keep adding the weight. Second point, you can progressive overload is you can increase some repetitions. अगर आप 10 किलो से 10 रैप लगाते थे, अब आप 10 किलो से 11 लगाओगे. That will be again a progressive overload. Number 3, you can increase a set. You can add a set or two, over the due course of time. You get strengthened, you get stronger. अगर आप 3 सेट लगाते थे 10-10 के, अब आप 4 लगाते हो. That is also progressive overload. Number 4, it could be in the form of your form. That you, again, as I talked about the first 2, अगर आपकी alignment अच्छी है और आपकी bracing अच्छी है, pivoting अच्छी है, you won't be able to, अगर कोई बंदा, let us say, bicep curl लगा रहा है, I'll just turn around and show you. अगर वो ऐसे ही simple लगा रहा है, तो वो 10 किलो से लगा रहा है, ठीक है, but the moment मैं उसको brace कर दूंगा और align कर दूंगा, he won't be able to do 10 किलो से 10. He might not be able to do with 6 kgs. So that is also a progressive overload. Now, whenever he reached 10 kgs, now he has reached 10 kgs with proper form. So that 10 kgs is actually equivalent to way more than what he was doing earlier. So that is also a smart way of doing a progressive overload. Now the 4th point is profile. So मैंने बड़े randomly I just chose these numbers. जैसे मेरे को ख्याल आया, मैंने सुबह आके लिख दिया. I'm in my office in phase 5, Mohali gym. सुबह उसमें ऐसे लिख दिया. But actually, I would say that this has to be the number 1 factor, which actually मुझे लगता है I'll make another video only on the profile part. So I'll explain what profile is. अभी मैं आपको briefly बताऊंगा, but of course you definitely need to watch one of my videos, which is going to be, dropped very soon, where I'll be talking about the profile, exclusively. Profile ये होता है कि हमारे जो joints होते हैं, they don't take force, they take torque. So torque is force into the distance between the force vector and the joint. So basically, उसमें एक movement arm नाम की चीज होती है. I'm sure this is very basic physics. जिस दिन में पढ़ी होगी या बचपन में याद होगा तो they can relate to it. So torque is force into the movement arm. So if no matter how much force it is, force into something is what the joint is going to take. But if the force into that something is 0, then no matter how big the force is, anything multiplied by 0 is of course 0. So your torque was 0. So basically what I want to say is that if you are doing a bicep curl और आपका डंबल जब सबसे नीचे है, in the most stretched position में है, अभी आप स्ट्रेच है ना, फिर हम स्क्वीज करेंगे और उसको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे. स्ट्रेच पोजीशन में आपने अगर 10 किलो का डंबल पकड़ा है या आपने 100 किलो का पकड़ा है या आपने 1000 किलो का पकड़ा है, आपका जो जॉइंट पे टॉर्क है is 0 because that 100 kg into 0 is 0, 1000 into 0 is 0, 10 into 0 is also 0. 0 is 0. But if I change the profile, I just make you keep your elbow somewhere ahead of your joint, and now you are placed on a preacher bench, let's say. Now the force is here and the joint is here. Now there is a 1.5 git की movement arm बन गई है. Now the force into this movement arm is the torque. So 10 into something, it could be around, in this case, it looks like maybe a foot, 12 inch. So that is a lot, that is hell lot. Now the profile has increased. Also the profile has increased in the lengthened position. So lengthened position may be, all the researchers always say कि lengthened position में हमारा muscle strongest होता है, and when it is strongest, that is when you really want to overload that muscle rather than overloading it in the shortened position. So the good profile of a workout would be that when it is in the lengthened position, it is overloaded, and when you come to the shortened position, देखो जब मैं shortened में आया हूँ, मेरा ये डंबल है और ये मेरी elbow है, अब इसका profile zero हो गया. So now the torque is zero, which is actually what I would rather want, rather than the other way around. So I'll make a video on it. अगर आपको अभी नहीं भी समझ में आए, don't you worry. I'll definitely be making exclusive video on the profile very soon. So the next point would be limiting factor. Limiting factor का मतलब है that whenever we are training, let's say we are training again biceps. I don't know why I keep coming up with the biceps. I think biceps is something everybody relates to and everybody love it. So let's say we are doing biceps. So in that case, limiting factor means if we are doing biceps should be the muscle which should fatigue first. सबसे पहले आपका बाइसेप खत्म होना चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए. So the reason for you to quit doing more reps should have been biceps only. अगर आपका forearm थक गया या आपकी elbow थक गई या आपका shoulder थक गया, so that means that you could have gone for more reps, but you couldn't because something else got fatigued or started hurting. So that is not I will not choose that movement over the one जिसमें सबसे पहले मेरा bicep ही give up हुआ है, because I wanted to train biceps. I'll give you an example of let's say something called a goblet squat. अब आप ऐसे याद नहीं आ रहा, goblet squat हमने सबने की होती है, बहुत ज्यादा जिम्स में लोग करते भी हैं. डंबल को दोनों हाथ से पकड़ के जिम में ऐसे रख के and then they squat down. So if somebody like me has to do a goblet squat, मैं कितना, चलो 40-45 50 किलो का डंबल भी 50 kgs का भी कम ही होता है जिम में. चलो अगर हैवी है तो 50 kgs of a squat, of course, for me is nothing, and for that matter, most of the guys, it is nothing. So आपके legs, of course, they won't get. आप 12, 15, 20 reps भी निकालोगे. Let's say you do 20 reps. In 20 reps, your biceps, perhaps your shoulder, and maybe just the whole alignment आपकी थक जाएगी ऐसे उसको पकड़ के, rather than your quads. You were doing goblet squat for your quads, right? But your quads didn't give up. Your probably biceps or coney or shoulder or just the whole awkwardness of doing it, so that got fatigued rather than your quads. So it is not a good exercise, of course. Again, I will just say it could be a good exercise for some people जिनमें actually quad who पहले थक जाएगा. People like, I would say, probably maybe my mom, because of course she is 70 plus, she doesn't have that much of a strength, and she also is not a big person that उनको alignment की problem होगी. So probably for her, yes. So again, it is a very individual thing. Again, I will say nothing is right, nothing is wrong. That is why I always say everybody needs a coach who makes them work out, designing the thing according to him or her. So इस करके that was the limiting factor, I would say. I hope you understood the point. The number 6 point would be a feel good factor. ये भी बहुत जरूरी है. Basically, we come to the gym to feel good, of course, right? We don't come here to feel miserable. So feel good factor is also very important. That sometimes it is also very subjective. आपको कोई exercise में feel good factor आता है. You just want to do it. You love the whole idea of doing it. The whole going through the process. कई exercise वैसी अच्छी नहीं लगती. Maybe it could be any reason. You just don't feel like doing that exercise. And then फिर उसमें बात ही खत्म हो जाती है. Everything is out of the window. It is very important to feel good about it. So, even if it is ticking all the boxes, but you don't feel good about it for any reason, just don't do it. इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है कि वो करने से ही बननी थी बॉडी, या अगर वो नहीं किया अब मेरी बॉडी कैसे बनी. इट इज नेवर गोना हैपन लाइक दैट. सो फील गुड फैक्टर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Number 7 would be an easy setup. So we all go to commercial gyms unless you have a gym in your backyard or in your basement. That is a different thing. But most of us watching this video, we go to commercial gyms, and commercial gyms usually are jam packed in the peak hours. And if you are going in the peak hour, of course everybody has got limited time. हम सब अपने जिंदगी के दिनचर्या से टाइम निकाल के जिम में जाते हैं. If the setup for a certain movement, maybe that movement is very good in the alignment, it is pivoting well, it is progressive overload भी आप कर सक रहे हो, उसमें प्रोफाइल भी अच्छा बन रहा है, लिमिटिंग फैक्टर भी इसमें वही टारगेटेड मसल है, फील गुड इफेक्ट भी है. बट अगर उसका सेटअप बनाने में आपको 4 लोगों को रिक्वेस्ट करनी पड़ती है, आप थोड़ा सा वहां जाते हो, कभी कोई बेंच ले गया, कभी कोई केबल ले गया, so it is a very pain in your ass. I won't suggest to waste that much of an energy and time and make enemies in the gym and be that bloody asshole in the gym जो सबको दुखी कर रहा है. So rather not do it. So that is also one thing. The setup should be convenient, easy for you to do. So these are basically the 7 steps, I would say, the 7 parameters, I would say, that you must be that I would be in when you will be seeing all my videos of different body parts. You will be seeing that why I have prioritized certain body part over the other, why I am biased over certain movements over others. So definitely you can imagine that those movements must have ticked more boxes than the other one. So of course this video on the parameters, it is basically to optimize your workout. So there are no correct ways, there are no wrong ways, but there's always a better way to do a thing than doing the other way around. Let's say if I want to go from Chandigarh to Delhi, I can take a bus, I can take a flight, I can take a car, I can also walk, I can also crawl, I can also take a rickshaw or something. But of course, if I have an option of a flight and I can afford a flight, and there are flights, why not? So basically, I would say taking a flight was the optimal way to do that traveling from Chandigarh to Delhi. So this is what it is. I'm not saying this is the best. I'm just saying it is probably better than most of the workouts which most of you are doing. So by doing this, I can only say that you might reach your bicep goal or your chest goal or your quad separation goal or your hamstring, whatever. If you could have done it in 5 years, maybe I would say, and I really staunchly believe that you can do it in 2.5 years or maybe less, depending upon your genetics and of course the kind of effort that you can put in. So this is the optimal way of training, and this is not the best way or the only way of training. I am not saying that the way other people are training is bad. It is just better. Better is always better. So I hope this video was it made sense to you and it was relevant enough. So I'll be making a lot of videos on different aspects of going to the gym, how you should be going about your gym life, how you should be taking care of your nutrition, what elements you should be putting in to maximize your hypertrophy. I will be also talking about anabolics, me being a professional bodybuilder all my life, and many more things. Very interesting subjects, and anything if you want me to make a video on, do let me know in the comment section. I'll be very happy to make a video and let you know my stance on that, and we'll be talking soon, and I'll be signing off. Thank you very much.